Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. The Battle of the Black Gates rages around me. Legolas has been fighting these two orcs since the last episode, so let's try to give him a little rest here.
There is knife work to be done all around the hill.
All those quivers you brought me are spent, Kippen. There's knife work to be done all around the hill and plenty of it. I have this fight in hand, but I am certain there will be enough foes for you to slay if you go looking around for them, or wait for them to seek you out. The orcs charge once again up the side of the hill. Trying to grab these two here. Or this one's I don't know why my AoEs didn't touch that one. Find a couple more. I feel like there's a million enemies around, but not a single one for me to fight. Alright, that's 4. Now I need to talk to Calenglad atop the eastern hill. Let's go.
I'm glad you returned. I wanted to tell you something.
I'm glad the flow of battle has brought you to me, Kippen. I wanted to speak with you again. You study the ranger's face and see little of the doubt that has troubled him at the camp of the host. He seems curiously calm for one who stands amid such tumult. After the battle was joined, I stood with Aragorn and felled orc after orc. Soon I lost count of the bodies, but there were never more to replace them. With each swing of my blade, my sword lost its individuality. I was no longer my weapon only, but it was the weapon of every Dunedain that ever took up sword for his king. With every swing, it seemed to me I was conducting a great music, and the tides of battle moved through and around me in a great swelling chorus. It was a drowning tide, and it swept the foes of men beneath it, cleansing the land of their foul mark. I saw the great beauty of the land returning in full measure, the deep forests growing anew, and the rivers flowing swift and clean. I saw twilight pooling in the hills, and the stars reflected in the mountain lake, crisp and cool. My eyes were open to this vision of a new age, and though I saw it only for a span of breath, I knew at that moment that Gwyndeth had been right. Such a kingdom would be worth some measure of sorrow. She will see it, though she fade into myth, and men question whether she ever existed at all. But still, she will be there, among the falls and waters of Lake Nuyino. She will remember. I am at peace, my friend, that evil Sauron cannot last, and if every last one of us perishes before his gates, but let us hope that we do not, Kip, and a new age is coming. Aragorn calls to you, but you can barely hear him over the sound of the throng. How goes the fighting on the western hill, Kippen? I trust that Éomer and Imrahil stand still at the forces of Mordor. You tell Aragorn that they are still defiant, but injuries have begun to mount among their soldiers. So it is with us, but we fight on. It will not be long now, but we will stand until the end. The enemy lines have drawn back slightly, but it is only in preparation for their final push. Soon they will march inwards once more, tightening the noose around our position. We must be ready. Tell me when you are prepared, and we will stand together to rebut them. Ooh, possible nice rewards here. Let's see. Yeah, 335 agility, 109 vitality, critical rating, and then I can put an essence on there. That's a nice cloak. Let's see how it looks, too. It's a nice looking cloak. Alright. Already the lines begin to push forward once again. Our foes make their final assault.
And so we come to it at last. The battle surges all around us, and our last stand begins.
Pretty epic. Alright, let's see. My kinsmen and the others have cast back all the enemy's advances to this point, Kippen. We must not fail now.
We must rejoin the fight!
Got this guy here.
Nazgul overhead!
Indeed.
Kalinglad! It took him this way! Find him!
Find Kalinglad. There, I see him. Kippen, remember, Kalinglad coughs weakly, but his smiles despite the pain. From above, I saw light. It cannot be quenched. The new age. Remember, Gwyn, great shouting and clamor rises from the west. Alright, a moment of peace for Kalinglad here. More death after the Pelennor field. We lost like everybody, but looks like there are more losses to come. And here we have another battle map, which is pretty fun. And yeah, we're kind of screwed here, as you can see. Everybody is surrounded. Who are these guys? These are Easterlings coming from the north. Yeah, we're in trouble. Nazgul all around. Okay. Help soldiers caught between the slag hills. So where is that exactly? Oh, I see some quest rings this way. Berthon, no!
We have to do something about those flying beasts!
Or there will be no one left to carry on the fight. Follow me, Kippen. We must find some archers. Follow me. What happened to all the archers? Thread the needle, Kippen. Now is not the time. You should not have gotten in our way, wretches. Get ready. Here comes the big one. Callsgill and Amphalos strikes you down. Finish it, Kippen. I am... Another fallen soldier. Kippen, do you live? I cannot see you, friend. I know I do not have long. Fight on, fight on. If there is a day to come after this, look to the people of Amphalos. Tell them their lord. You hear a scream from above. That was Pippin's voice. You have found Baragon, but Pippin does not stand with him.
The halfling. He saved my life.
I was stunned and fell beneath the press of battle. But even as the great troll reached out to end my life, Peregrine stabbed it with his blade. He slew the beast, but it fell upon him, and I fear that he is dead. Pippin does not move.
There is no end to this onslaught.
As long as we remain divided, we are weak. We must move as a group if we are to stand long. We must fight back to King Elisar before it is too late.
Be ready, their final assault! Stand tall, men of Gondor and Rohan! Stand tall, men of the North! You have fought well and bravely, my friends, but our time is nearly at its end. It has been an honor to fight alongside you. We must keep fighting until we no longer can. No one is coming to save us, for who could? We are on our own.
Nice. Nice cutscene. Of course, we all know what that is in reference to. But where's Peregrine to shout the iconic lines?
It has been an honor to fight alongside you.
Even now, at the end, I do not regret what we have done, or that for which we have fought. Let us stand together for a little longer. I am pleased to call you friend, Kippen.
This may be Sauron's hour, but we will make him earn it in blood.
The Battle of the Black Gate is nearly done, Kippen. We must fight for as long as we can in memory of our friends and in defiance of those who endangered by Mordor. This may be Sauron's hour, but we will make him earn it with blood. Okay. Alright, I was able to, like, stealth kill that one guy there to get credit. Nice. Fight this one. Need one more.
I see something on the distant horizon. A new threat?
But I cannot yet make it out. Does a new threat seek to strike us from the rear? Go to Mithrandir atop the Slag Hill and see what he thinks of this new arrival, Kippen. Quickly.
What now?
You bring tidings from the sons of Elrond? They did not wish to tell me themselves. The wizard readies a further rebuke for the elves, but it remains unsaid. His eyes light upon the distant horizon, and wonder brightens his face.
The eagles are coming! The eagles are coming!
Why here the Windlord and his noble subjects fly to the aid of the host of the West? Let us see if the Nazgul enjoy this challenge to their superiority in the air, Kippen. Speak to me, and we will wade once more into battle.
Once more into battle, my friend. Why here the Windlord and his noble subjects have come to the aid of the host of the West.
Why here and the Eagles will keep the Nazgul occupied, but the battle still rages upon the ground, Kippen. Let us press the advantage given to us by our winged allies, and set the orcs upon their heels.
The tide turns in our favor.
Yeah, there they are. They're doing battle up above. Oh, yeah, I'm getting killed here, and I'm like watching the aerial assault. Try to get this whole rabble destroyed.
To me!
Hold on, now I have some time to actually look at the battle. Pretty cool. Do you sense that? Something is amiss, Kippen, but I cannot discern what it might be. Some new artifice of the Dark Lord may be revealed to us. Stay near to me.
The Nazgul flee from battle? What can this mean? Sauron has summoned them back to Mordor. Why?
Stand, men of the West! This is the hour! The Ring-Bearer has completed his quest! Why here to me?
Frodo has fulfilled the quest of the ring, and he may still be alive. We must act quickly, Kippen, or he will never come alive from the Black Land. If Gwaihir and his brother will bear us into Mordor, we may yet find Frodo in time. Gwaihir, Lord of the Eagles, 2 times you have borne me, my friend, and this will be the last and most needed. If your brother Lantrafal will bear Kippen, we will have the best chance of finding Frodo before he is overcome. Fly now to Orodruin. Fly now to Mount Doom.
Mordor shakes beneath Orodruin's wrath. Fly swiftly, my friend.
If Frodo or Samwise still live, we have to find them quickly.
The mountain burns. I will circle to the far side, but someone must search the nearest loop, and with haste.
That is a task for my adventurer. We will circle Orodruin and come back for you. May one of us find our hobbits.
We're in Mordor. Wow. Okay. The end of all things. I think it's appropriate if I let a little bit of the silence take over this moment. You found Frodo and Sam. They are alive. Kippen, is that really you? Sam looks at you with bleary eyes. His exhaustion is apparent, and he seems in disbelief that you are really standing here. We can't go any further. We got this far, but... Sam reaches into one of his pockets and withdraws a small item. He presses it into your hand. Where there's life, there's hope, he says.
Where there's life, there's hope.
I have obtained the file of Galadriel. Walk to the edge of the outcropping. There's little time to spare.
The ring was destroyed. Gwaihir and his kin braved the great peril of the skies and carried our heroes from the wreck of the burning mountain. And on the field of Cormallen, they were praised for their great deeds and the successful completion of the quest. The Lord of the Rings was no more, and Middle-earth was made safer by his defeat.
Wow. I don't know. It feels a little heavy, you know? It feels like a total conclusion to something here. I don't know what to think.
The sum of my hopes has come to pass, beyond all belief.
A great darkness has been conquered. No longer will Sauron trouble Middle-earth as he did for thousands of years. The quest of the ring has come to an end, to the successful conclusion for which this old fool dared not hope, yet hoped for still. What a wonder it is to see this day.
Our friends have been through much, but I know they will want to speak with you.
Do not let me keep you, Kippen. Our heroic friends have been through much, but I know they will want to speak with you, now that the danger has passed. Frodo and Sam have rested from their journey, but it will take more than a few days to recover from the exertion of their ordeal. You will find them in a bower on the southeastern side of the field. Where am I, even? Okay, so I am in North Ithilien. Wow, alright. It's gonna feel weird to do these quests that I didn't do yet, you know, to go back, you know, before Mordor was destroyed and scouted out. Have to figure it out. Sam beckons to speak with him instead of Frodo.
I beg your pardon, but Mr. Frodo needs his rest.
So many folk have come calling on him, some of them even bending the knee, and those who bowed the lowest were kings and princes themselves. Now my master deserves every bit of it, but some of these even bowed to me, and I can say I like that at all. Frodo carried the real burden, and he did all the hard work, if you ask me. Can you believe that old Strider turned out to be king as well? When I first met him, I said to myself, this Strider has a kingly air about him, doesn't he, Sam? But I didn't say anything of it to my master or to Merry or Pippin. There was enough going on in Bree that there wasn't time for it. So many high important folk paying attention to hobbits like us, Kippen. There's no mistaking that these are queer times.
Sam has spent so long worrying about me that it became natural for him.
Please forgive Sam, Kippen. He has spent so long worrying about me that I think it has become natural for him, especially after our experience in Mordor. Frodo shivers despite the warmth in the air. I know Sam does not want to talk about it, but I would never have made it to the fire without him. Well, you know, old Hamfest. Which means you know that Gamgee loves to talk about the Gaffer, and his son would prefer most any topic to speaking about themselves. So it falls on me to tell you that I may have carried the burden, but it was the strength of my dear Sam that guided us through the despair and across the dead lands, and at Mount Doom. Frodo's face is pale, and he stops speaking. He is relieved when Pippin breaks the silence with a boisterous cheer.
3 cheers for Frodo Baggins, who destroyed the ring.
And save a cheer or two for Samwise Gamgee, who got to go with him and managed to miss out on a great deal of fighting. Oh, I'm only teasing. I know that Sam saw some danger, although he doesn't want to talk about any of it. Both he and Frodo are awfully tight-lipped about their journey in Mordor. I don't blame them. Battles are nasty things. Merry and I certainly ended up seeing more than our share, and it was all very dirty and confusing. I wouldn't recommend it. Do you know that a troll fell on top of me? It's easy to laugh about that once it's done, but no one was laughing when we were in the thick of the fighting. I'm glad that we are still here, Kippen. 3 cheers for Frodo and his friends.
Finally, we can catch up with Frodo and Sam, and they don't want to talk about it.
I am glad to have this time to catch up with Frodo and Sam. Pippin and I are Knights of the City and of the Mark, respectively, and we have been kept busy with those duties. At last we can chat, and they do not want to talk about it, or at least not in detail our curiosity demands. Well, I can respect that. After the Pelennor battle, I could barely stand to tell Pippin what befell poor Theoden. In time, perhaps it will be easier to talk about the journey. It was like that with Eowyn. By the time I left Minas Tirith to come here, she had emerged from Silent Sorrows and had taken to speaking with Steward Faramir in the gardens. It seems to me that the time and distance helps many shadows lessen. I wonder why Eowyn has not yet arrived. Elmer King called her hither, but she has not come to Cormorant. Okay, now I need to go talk to Elmer. Very interesting. I feel like the end kind of came out of nowhere. I was doing some quests over at the Slag Hills. Next thing you know, I'm here. The ring's destroyed. Sauron is defeated. Everyone's recovering.
My uncle Theoden is avenged. Sauron is no more.
It cannot be questioned that soldiers of Rohan and of Gondor played their parts, but in the end, the fatal blow was struck by 2 hobbits alone in the Black Land. It is an amazement to me. I have heard that the Nazgul came to Fiery End, speeding back to Mordor at their master's call when he learned of his true peril. With my mind's sight, I can see them, caught in the blast of the flaming mountain, 8 fireballs scorching the sky, plummeting earthward and shrieking their final desperate cries. I wish that those of my soldiers who were carried aloft by those creatures during the battle at the Black Gate could have seen their fate, and the fate of their murderers would shortly suffer. It gives me great satisfaction to picture it on their behalf. Ride, Eorlingus, ride, you are avenged. So this takes me to the Black Gate after battle. Interesting. I need to return there before battle, which seems weird. I have to time travel back to complete some of these quests.
The fall of Sauron worked a great madness in his servants.
And many of them despaired once he was gone. Did some spell hold them ensorcelled while he yet lived and the death broke his hold upon them? I cannot say, but I did witness that many of the orcs cast themselves into pits or fell upon their weapons once he was gone. There were others among his servants that were made more ferocious by the fall of their master, and these fought long and with desperation. Some of them fled back through the ruins of the gate. I do not doubt that my king will send me against these others in time. But that is thought for tomorrow. Today we celebrate the fall of Sauron. Alright, let's talk to Gimli and Legolas. Let's see who won the head count of the final battle.
Yes!
That was quite a feast, and most well-deserved. It is not every day that an evil such as Sauron is laid low after all. It seems as if Elrond and Gandalf have made the right choice back to Rivendell, doesn't it? Frodo Baggins may not be a dwarf, but he has proven the determination of my kind. All these hobbits have to have it, present company included. Furthermore, young Peregrine Took could use a portion less of it, if you ask me. He is fortunate. I saw him lying beneath that troll before the Black Gate, and heaved a great beast off of him. I might have sworn up and down that he was dead, and yet he lives, and is up and about already. He has caused me so much trouble, and yet I am fond of him for all the bother. There will be days of merriment aplenty, Kippen, but sometime in the weeks ahead, I must set my eyes to the north and return to the Lonely Mountain. My mind is full of ideas, and what dwarf wants that? I must speak with the king of Durin's folk, and let these ideas out before they do me some harm. Ha 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 ha.
Sauron is no more, and can no longer burden Middle-earth.
Some of my folk may come to live in this land for a time, and I delight in knowing that it will remain green and growing for years to come, untroubled by Sauron's evil. But I will not stay long here. The first days of Gondor's new year will be filled with happiness, and I share the joy of its people. But my heart has another longing. The sea calls to me, and I would follow. But I will not follow that longing just yet, Kippen. Food and drink and celebration must come first. We have all seen enough darkness. Let us enjoy some lighter fare and savor the taste. Let's see what Radanir has to say. Very surprised there was no headcount comparison between Legolas and Gimli.
Weigh your options carefully. This could be a costly choice.
Radanir looks at you grimly. I was speaking with some of the others, and they agree that you have a decision to make. Weigh your options carefully, Kippen. This could be a costly choice. A rare smile illuminates Radanir's features. You need to choose the tavern at which we can all meet. Now that the Great Company has accomplished its mission and we have fulfilled our oaths, you have agreed to buy me 3 mugs of ale, as I recall, so you will want to select an establishment with a barkeep who sets a reasonable price. I recommend the Forsaken Inn east of Bree. The fare is low quality, but it was Scandet's favorite. And that is enough for me. We will not depart just yet. There is work still to be done for Aragorn to claim his throne, and many of us wish to help him set his kingdom in order. Some of us will remain here in the Southlands, even when others return to their homes. I think I will travel with Lothrandir when he returns to Surikila. It is a long road, and he would welcome the company. Also, there is a lake on the way to Forkel, and I promised a friend that I would see it for myself. Alright, good old Mithrandir. Let's see what he's up to after all of this.
There is a small matter about which I wish to speak with you.
Kippen, I am glad you have returned to me, for there is a small matter of which I wish to speak with you.
Frodo's ordeal in Mordor has left its mark upon him.
Alright, I think this is a great stopping point for this episode. A lot happened in a short couple of last episodes, so I think I need a little bit of time to process it all, and then we'll pick it up in the next episode. Thanks for watching. See you then.
Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.